So now that we've calculated our net worths, we're going to look at this comparison. And generally, I don't like to compare myself to others. I don't think it's necessarily the best thing. But in this case, I want to do this just so we can be educated about where other people are. So take a look at this chart, look at the age that you are, and then look at the average net worth and the median net worth. Now, the average net worth is a little bit skewed because it's including people like Bill Gates. So I think the median net worth is a better way to look at it because it's looking at the guy in the middle. It's looking at literally the average person. So look at that median net worth in particular and see where you lie in your age group. And you'll see, oh, wow, I'm kind of trending to the average person. I'm doing really well. Maybe I'm not doing as well, but get that in your mind. So next, let's look at this website. I think it's a really, really great resource. So if you want a more in-depth look at your net worth compared to other people in your age group, you can just enter in your age. So let's say 30. And then we just want to look at other 30-year-olds. Let's make it real specific. Let's say your net worth is 50 grand. Saving for that house. Now, what I think is really cool is that you can see that you're in the 60.6% percentile. So it really gets in there. So that means that you have a higher net worth than 60% of people in your age group. And so people that are 30 on average have a median net worth of $19,750. The mean is much higher at $71,000. And then you can also see this 25 and 75 percentile ranges so that you can see, okay, where's really the lines, right? So you can see that people in the 75th percentile, they're at 106K, right? So let's keep moving. And so you can see even more specifically, if you want to be in the 90th percentile, you need to be at 280,000 essentially, right? Here's the average again. This is where you would be in this hypothetical situation. This is where the 90 percentile is, the 10%. Here's you in the 20%. You need 142,000. So I think that this gives like a very clear picture about where you kind of are in terms of net worth, in terms of the percentiles of just people in your age group. And then I love this because you can see the asset composition of households versus the median. So you can see, okay, people have $21,000 in financial assets that are 30. You can see they have $85,000 in their house, and then they have $23,000 in other assets. So you can see a huge chunk is really kind of their house. And then they have a mortgage that also eats into that house, but it's still a net positive, right? $24,000 in positive. And then they have other debt that's $17,000, so that's eating into maybe the other assets chunk, right? But it's $51,000 in total. So they have that breakdown again for you here. And then really amazingly, they have the wage and the salary income of those people. So you can see on average, people who are 30 have about a $60,000 income, right? People who are 30 and also are in that 60 percentile, right, has $60,000 in income a year, whereas the median household has about 54,000. So that's a really good comparison model too, when you're taking into account, again, like, of course, someone that's making $200,000 a year might have $200,000 saved in the bank. But looking at someone that's similar to you, this is how much income they have, right? So if you make $40,000 a year, but you're tracking to someone making $60,000, you're doing great, right? And then you can also look into some demographics. So they have education level, they have race, they have labor force status, they have marriage status. And then again, they give you this overview of the percentiles. So I encourage you to use this resource. I think it's great for giving you a picture about how you're tracking in your age group with net worth to keep you honest.